Hey y'all, back with another video. In this video I want to talk about the movie The Color Purple and the and what I took from it. I watched it a little while ago and I hadn't watched it in a very long time, and the last time I watched it before the last time, I didn't take as much as I did. I don't think I took it as personally as I did this time when I watched it. And it's probably because I was a little bit younger. I wasn't really looking too deep for a message. I was just watching a movie. The main point of this video, I want to talk about the importance of breaking generational curses. I want to take Celie and Harpo for my examples. They had both come from homes where they had very abusive fathers and no mother, or mothers running in and out or whatever, toxic situations. And ultimately it led to them growing up to be toxic themselves, and they weren't even intentionally being toxic. They just thought that it was the way things were supposed to be. It was how they were brought up. They felt like because it's the way everybody else was doing it, and because of the way their parents lived their lives, and because of the way they were brought, their upbringing, they felt like toxicity was the way. So Jesus Christ. So, I don't know if y'all could hear that, but I'm so sorry if y'all could. So prime example, I just want to give a couple examples of ways that they didn't necessarily mean to be toxic, but they thought that they were just doing things how they were supposed to be done. So, for example, the scene when Harpo asked Celie for advice about what he should do with what's the girl name? I don't know the girl name. I'm sorry, but whoever Sophia. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, but so Harpo asked Celie what he should do about the situation with Sophia, because they were always like fighting and fussing and stuff. So Celie gave him the advice to beat her. And he also went to his father and told him later on, after the scene, he went to his father, and his father was basically telling him the same thing. And I'm pretty sure his father was brought up to think that that was the way to go, just like Celie. But Celie, she was kind of brainwashed. They were brainwashed to believe that that's the way to get your wife to be obedient and to love you, and to, for it to be less conflict, which is not correct. It is not the way to go. So ultimately Harpo and Sophia ended up cutting ties because it was a toxic situation. And that happens a lot with in modern day times. Like a lot of us were raised by parents that were very traditional, that grew up a certain way, and they were told that this was the way things were supposed to be, and they raised us up in the same way. So we take on these traits and these characteristics, and we go on to our relationships, and we try to do it, and we wonder why we can't keep nobody. And it's because we have to understand that we're supposed to always be learning and growing and evolving and changing. And we can't take everything that our parents taught us on with us into the next generation, on with us into the next lifetime, because things are changing constantly. So we have to be adaptable and be able to adjust with the times. You feel me? It's kind of like, cell phones. Like, we went from what, the flip phones to the sidekicks the to iPhone. I mean, to the iPhone. Yeah, it's constantly, things are constantly changing and evolving. And if we stay stuck in a 1970s mindset, we're not going to get far in life, because we're not supposed to think that way for too long. It's maybe we're supposed to take bits and pieces of what our parents learned and taught us, but we're not supposed to take a whole 1970 mindset and bring it into 2021. And a lot of us are realizing that, and we're starting to break a lot of habits and break a lot of mindsets, and we're unlearning a lot of things that we've been taught, and we have to reteach ourselves how to maneuver in a world that's different from how we were brought up to think it was. We have to always realize that growth is, it's a everlasting thing. Like, it never stops. Like, the day you stop learning and the day you stop growing and evolving, you dead. Like, not to sound so harsh, but you're wasting your life. So you have to always yes, take what your parents and your grandparents, take the jewels that are good, that need to be taken, but we not taking, whoopings into 2022. You feel me? We not taking neglecting our children into 2021. We're not taking beating our wives in order to get them to whatever, to do what we want into 2022, because it's not productive. It will not get you what you want. It will get you the opposite and worse, karma. So we all have to, and I talk about this in my and mostly all of my videos, because it's very much true. We have to always be evolving and growing and wanting to learn to do better, because if we don't,